different. Instead of making myself go to sleep, taking Benadryl or taking anything to sleep, what I decided to do was I'm leaning in to my body. Hi, Ruth. Anyway, we're finally live on YouTube. It was difficult because first time it wasn't setting it up. It's taking so long. So anyway, I knew that I wanted to be here. I knew. Hi there, summer lady. As you can see, as I was just telling Facebook, is that this room is all in disarray because I'm packing and I'm flying home. I've got to leave here at 1:15, right? Leave California at 1:15 out of the Palm Springs airport. So I've got to dress really light because it's going to be hot. I mean, it's dry heat, but it's over 100. So I've got a mister, I've got everything, and I'll be sitting in the air conditioning, and they're gonna drop me, or they're gonna help me check stuff in. I'm using my walker. Robert, yay! Okay, 3 houses you're selling. Boy, interest rates are going up. But you're in Robert, aren't you in Newfoundland or yeah, Newfoundland, Robert. No, or you in England. I'm not, I don't have my spreadsheet. But anyway, so I'm leaving here, UK. Okay. How are interest rates there? Is it easy to sell house? Because right now, the bottom's fallen out of our housing market right now. It's interest rates are rising. The price is high, and interest rates are now above 5%. It's gonna be hard to get a house. Um, but renting is more expensive than owning a house. Wow, very low interest buyers market. Yeah, yeah. That it was anyway. So 8 o'clock. I'm up on the East Coast, so it's 11 o'clock in Maryland. So what happens is I leave at 1 o'clock, which is 5 o'clock East Coast time, and I get in at 1:45 in the morning, uh, uh, their time, which is actually that's not bad. It's 10:45. Yeah, 10:45 East Coast or West Coast time. That's the time I'm on. So I will have been up 7 to 10:45. Yeah, it's not bad. It's normal, right? So anyway, yeah. But what am I traveling with? Stuff. I've one of the greatest things is the posture thing. See, right now I'm sitting on the floor, and I could have gone out to prettier areas with better ambiance instead of this disheveled room. Basically, it's like a hotel room. It's my girlfriend's spare bedroom, and I'm sitting back here because they were still in bed because it's really early. YouTube froze. Did it freeze for you? Because hi, Susan. Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh my goodness. You know what I've discovered is that all right, I'm going to talk about making visits to loved ones. Yeah, it's not, but he's in United Kingdom. He's in Great Britain over there, and yeah, they're bound to have hiccups. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows why anything freezes? I've worked with people when they say this doesn't work, and I'm working, and it's a simple error on just something, a screen, a pop-up screen thing. So it's so a lot of you have to do fix your own problems, or you know what, goblins. So traveling cross country, I brought my scooter. um and I'll tell you one thing in retrospect, I probably should have brought my, well, I know, I should have left my scooter, brought my real wide Richard wheelchair that also is a walker, brought my AFO, my hip flexor assisted device, right, to help lift high fall, help lift that toe. I had to do that. Instead, I didn't lift that toe. I've been tripping over it. It's hard to get in and out of this house because it's a huge step. I can't bring my walker, and basically I try to be really active in Maryland. I try to, right? It's a little, so it's one thing. Yeah, and Susan, that's good. All right, didn't freeze in the United States. All right, Robert put another 50 pounds in the meter. Yeah, you are a Brit. 50 pounds. So you guys are not on the euro anymore. You hey, that's neat. You know, Brexit, right? Brexit. So you guys separated from, anyway. Hi Paul, how you doing today? How you feeling? Uh, okay. So, it's not bad. I thought it was a really bad travel day, but what I want to tell you is that I like to do things and then think about how to do them later, right? So, you know, I'm going to go see Rhonda for her birthday. I'm going to take my scooter. She wants me to bring my scooter, bring the scooter cross country. She's got bad knees. Taking it apart is such a heavy thing for people who don't need it, right? It's like, oh, we'll bring your walker. It's easy to get in and out and stuff, and in and out of her car. And that just means we went into Costco. I had my walker. Have you ever been into a box store, any store, with your walker? And it's hot here. It's actually the dry heat is much easier to handle because when you get in that emergency situation, you can pull out a damp rag and put it on your shoulders. I found in on the East Coast, I don't know why, these fans that have moisture in it, you can spray, and the moisture, when you're in arid, when you're in the desert, you spray that, it cools you down. Um, but they were in on the East Coast, and what happens when you have a sprayer with a fan on the East Coast? What happens? Anybody else know? Does anybody know? Come on, never was on the euro. We didn't take it. Really? Huh. Then what's the Brexit about? Boy, I'll tell you what. I don't know. Did anybody else in the United States know that Britain never went to the euro? I didn't know that. Hi, Alan. How are you doing today, Al? And Paul, you still haven't said anything about how you're feeling. I hope your spirits are good because I'll tell you what, it's hard. It is so hard. Yesterday, I got a phone call from my husband because he's following the flights across the United States, and he's, I think you're gonna, I don't know. It keeps saying that your flight's canceled or and he says, I'm really worried. Where are you? He said, I'm leaving tomorrow. But I went, yeah, I've gone to Southwest. I looked at it. It says my flight's on time. I'm like, yeah, there might be a pilot shortage. There may be planes falling out of the air. Whatever happens, I'm telling you, I'm incredibly blessed and highly favored. Maybe the world's planes are gonna stop being used, but not me. Ah, well, make it a short one, Robert. To explain to us. explain to us a little bit. So anyway, so when you go cross country, when you go to a trip, you can be like me, like Mr. Magoo. My husband calls me Mr. Magoo. Remember the old cartoons? Many of us with MS are like Mr. Magoo. We're like dumb luck. We go and the world starts making things happen for us. In fact, when we brought my scooter, one time we brought my scooter someplace. It was a store. Oh, it was Kohl's, and we couldn't get the seat out of the scooter because we're trying to pull it straight back instead of straight up because I don't balance. So we're leaning there and we're trying and we're trying and trying. Finally, a truck of a older gentleman, a younger gentleman. They pull up, and the guy rolls down the window. The younger guy, he says, "Do you need help?" Yes, please. He jumps out, disassembles the scooter, lifts the whole thing up, puts it in the trunk of her SUV, and we were off. So, and that's everywhere. I mean, in Maryland, I have that scooter lift, and the scooter lift's good because then I'm independent. I go out with my ramp, go over to my scooter lift, pull it up. I conserve energy to get to the pool. I jump around the pool. I walk with my walk around my house, but when I'm going out, when I'm doing something, I've got to conserve energy. But here I'm conserving so much energy that I keep fading to black. I remember Amy Winehouse has that song, Fade to Black, right? We all know what it's like to fade to black. Well, all right. So anyway, think about that. When you go to someone's house, before you bring your scooter or your walker, ask how many steps do you have? Is it easy to get around? Is it you've got to pre-plan, do it, and everything I tell you, or that other people chime in. Most of the things we have to share come from the mistakes we've made. So I'm here to tell you. Remember, I'm a walking disaster. I'm here to tell you what mistake I made, what I do. I didn't assess I didn't express the ability to tell them that I am basically I can't be counted on to walk well. So if I'm in one room and I have to go to the bathroom real fast, now with the drop foot, my scooter's not. Uh, I can't whip down to the bathroom and go in. So it's everything's pre-planning. There's incontinence pads. There is let's see, uh, industrial size incontinence pads you can wear. There's ways to set you up so it's not that big of a deal. But again, it just sweet. My girlfriend's husband said, I'm going to pave across the gravel in the driveway so you can get to my mom's house, which is up the hill. But if in order, and they go every day, twice a day, and and I'll tell you what, his mom is the neatest lady. I adore her. She's so sweet. She's also has the same name as my mother. Her name's Bobby. So this is another Bobby. Love her, love her. So I want to go up. I probably think when I'm sitting here 3 times a day, I want to go up there. But it is to go across the gravel and then to go up the stairs. And with the walkers, I got to pick it up. And then she's got 3 stairs in her back. It's too much. It just, uh, I'm like, oh gosh, how do I get there? Well, if it weren't my house, I'd pull the scooter out the front door, go around on the gravel all the way up and around to her front door. And I'd leave the scooter there, and I'd either wall walk or I'd carry my walker on the scooter so I could have it there. It's it almost feels like you're in jail. No, is it Metallica? No, think of Metallica did Fade to Black, but so did Amy Winehouse. Uh, what are the words? Does anybody know that word? You say, I can't remember. All right, so here's Robert's explanation of why they're not in the Euro. And all right, so this is the Cliff Notes. Britain wanted to leave the European Union, so they voted to leave. Unfortunately, their government didn't think we would do it, so the infrastructure wasn't there to do it. We are in limbo for over 6 years. Huh, huh, okay. So, I guess, all right, okay. So anyway, so what I'm saying is that before you travel, the flight, you can bring your scooter anywhere, but it's good to know that there's a hotel nearby that maybe you can be easier go in and out of. Maybe we found a pool, but I keep thinking less of me, more of you, God. How important is it to be free and come in and go and as you please? Does your spirit have to soar for 15 days, or can you just put everything on hold and relax and be in everybody else's world, and just come home and get back to I don't know. So tomorrow in Maryland, it's supposed to be rainy, 85 and raining. As long as it's not lightning, I'll be able to swim. But chances are I will sleep until noon because noon is 9 o'clock on West Coast. So I got to get readjusted and unpack and I don't know. Oh no, and the cleaning lady's coming too. My gosh. All right, wonder how that's all gonna work. Yeah, but you know what? I gotta tell you, home's where you hang your hat, right? And Sarah likes the comparison of being stuck in jail. Uh, it's true. You sit there. You ever get a great cook who's making breakfast and you're sitting at the table because they want you there, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. And maybe I'll put on a sweater. I'm a little cold. I've got to do these things so that I'm comfortable. Well, the problem is that you get up. Hi, Jane. Hi, Jane. I mean, on West Coast time, so it's really early for me too. Well, it's not. It's 8:25, so it's 8:25 uh, in California. So that's why I'm not looking as chipper as I normally look. I'm trying to look. When I go back, I'll be in better. Hopefully, hopefully, I'll be a little better. Um, but anyway, so you're sitting there and I feel like a little girl. My father says, "You sit there." Oh, the twins are here. Oh my gosh, there's Gina. There's my twin. Hi, Gina. So all right. Where have you been? Who are you? It's good. It's good. I like it. The group is here. The club's here. Ruth is here. And Ruth, you got to forgive me. I've been in neutral. It's not first gear. I'm in neutral. So I'm sitting at the table, and somebody says, "You stay there," and you're like, "Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Cold. It only take me a minute." The feeling is like you are being told you're in jail. Somebody is telling you, and you know that if you go get a sweater and go to the bathroom, you come back, the food's not going to be on the table. So you have to realize that by saying something, it would displease your guest or your host when you say, "Well, let me just go to the bathroom for a minute. I'll come back." And they're like, "No, you stay there. I'm making this gastronomical delight for you." And you know what, Susan? It's interesting. Susan asked if I'm excited to get home, and I don't know if any of you. I just don't know if any of you feel the way I do. It's home is where you hang your hat. Going someplace, setting up setting up your stuff, unpacking, and then putting things in drawers, making your life simple. Well, that's home. All of a sudden, it's like somebody says, "Oh, when are you going home?" It's like, "Oh, well, after we visit Bobby, after a little later." But I mean, my home in Southern California here. When tomorrow, when I fly home, no, today, someone missed my plane if I keep thinking about it. Hi, Daniel. Uh, when I list, I'll be going to that home, and that'll be my home. But home is like happiness. It's an attitude. It's between your ears. It's very much like Paul talked about. I think in Hebrews, he says, "I can, uh, let's see, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength." He was in prison, and it was a party in his head. So you can live anywhere. No, today I am. I'm in California today. But I've been for 15 days, Robert. For 15 days I've been in California. So I'll be back in the East Coast uh, by I think 1:45 tonight. So East Coast time. So I'm all my jet lagged. I you know what? I can't be jet lagged anymore when I have advanced MS. What is jet lag? I feel you feel tired sometimes at right when you get up, you feel more tired than you do when you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go bathroom. It's like, all right, let's start our day. And I was like, no, 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 no. No. All right. For some reason, Facebook just went offline. All right. So that's not good. So anyway, we're not going to worry about them. Facebook was worrying about. Uh, Facebook had to deal with me trying to get this. All right, that's funny. Don't get arrested. So what would? I mean, that's funny. That's funny. Uh, you know. All right. So maybe that's it. Maybe the internet is slow. I don't know. But um, Facebook just popped back on because it froze for a second. Now the stream is good. Uh, so anyway, it's hard to be jet lagged. It's hard when you wake up and you're wide awake in the morning and you're sleepy. Well, no, you're sleepy in the morning, wide awake at 1 o'clock at night, and you're trying to follow this new rhythm of this body that is defiant on what it's supposed to be doing at the right time. All right, it's 8 o'clock, get up. 7 o'clock, get up, get prepared, get get your act together, and show up. So and you guys have seen I show up whether my brain is with me or not. I'll tell you, I prayed big time. I said, God, use my tongue, because I don't want to talk. I do not want to talk. And Jane, I will tell you, uh, Jane saying that internet has been so slow. And I'll tell you, Verizon in Bel Air, Maryland, everybody was complaining that said the internet has been really, really slow. Uh, and you know what I've discovered, Jane? Hi, Brandon. You know what I've discovered is that when I ride the wave, it takes me 18 hours to wake up and feel like, all right, I'm ready to start the day. It takes that long to get energy. So I just go through the motions, and all of a sudden I've got this bout of energy late at night. So what I've been doing back at home in Bel Air is laundry, uh, cleaning the kitchen, cooking something. I've had to do all of that stuff when I have the energy. Hi, Cheryl. It's. I'm so glad you're with us. Uh, Again, you know, it's hard. So disappointments or unfulfilled expectations. If I'm disappointed because I wasn't able to get out of the house because it's not handicap accessible, um, then that's my problem, right? Why is it my problem? Because I didn't figure out to get a ramp in the front of the house. I could have done that. I could have, it's you pre-plan these things, and I didn't. I didn't. They thought, all right, shower chair. They got a wonderful, perfect shower chair, and they bought that walker right behind me for me, right? And you know the nuances we have with MS, the shower chair. When you have vertigo, it has to have a back on it. There's a shower chair that goes in and out of the bathtub. So most of it's in the bathtub and the other half is out. So you can sit on it outside and scoot over and pull the curtain, and then it's safe to get in and out. Uh, oh, that's all right, Cheryl. So Cheryl's with us, and now she has to leave. You'll be missed. Anyway, all right. So, but thank you for stopping by, Cheryl. I wish you could stay a little longer. Uh, okay. Jane has been in the no sleep mode again up until 1 a.m. For the first week I was here in California, I slept 3 to 4 hours a night. No wonder I was run down. And Robert saying, once upon a time in 85, the best vacation he ever, and definitely the worst jet lag, 8 hours. But you know what, Robert, I've been to Great Britain so many times. In fact, I had a dream I was going over by myself, and they offered I could do the Paris and London, but I've been to London so many times. I've been to Ely and Cambridge. I've been so many times. It's like, you know what, the history, it's great. But I'm thinking, in Paris, who, not to put Paris down, but you start to think about all the places, all the old castles. No, I can't climb up those things. Some of them, like, if you call in advance. So if you're going on vacation, call where you're going in advance and just let them know the disabilities that you are. Write it down on a piece of paper. What are you concerned of? Um, Number one should have been getting in and out of the house on my own. Easy, right? Because, I mean, you can sit underneath of a shaded tree with the mister and just enjoy that, and then get inside when you get too warm. but you have to freely be able to get in and out. There's about a let's see, probably 2 foot, maybe 18-inch step into the house because it's a little high. You can't get a walker or anything. You know what? And that I have heard that flying to China, because my parents did that. Flying to China is awful. Is But you know what? I've also heard flying to Australia from the United States, and you would know that, Robert, because how is flying to Australia? That's what you Brits do. You go to Australia for holiday, uh, but it's long. A lot of people from Australia do holiday or vacations to Hawaii. It's a lot closer from Hawaii to so that's nice. Excuse me, that's my caffeine. And remember, I showed you the. In fact, I think did it was Jane, one of the caffeine drinks. So I was drinking that. So you gotta find out, do what is for your priority? Getting in and out of the house. Second is, what is the temperature going to be in the house? I want to, if you can keep it between, because some people like it really, really cold sometimes, and then it's too cold. So you got to find out, what do you like to keep your house at? So then you know what to bring. I mean, I needed to bring a couple more sweatshirts, even though I'm in the desert and it's over 100 degrees, and some days the air conditioning where we're going is so heavy, it's cold. In fact, I'm gonna be bringing a sweater dress because when I go into Palm Springs on my carry-on, it's gonna be really hot. So I'll be doing this and misting and stuff. And then when I get on the airplane, I'll pull on leggings. I'll pull on my leggings, right, up underneath my dress. And then when it really gets a little colder, then I have a sweater dress that is long sleeve I'll put over, because when I land, it is going to be 61 degrees. And 61 and humidity is cold for me. So you gotta figure out, do I need you need a sweatshirt, you need a cooling towel. That Jane was so sweet. I think of all those years ago, Jane. Oh, and I've got another. Oh, so anyway, your cooling towel, Mister Cold water, ice water, just you got. I brought my pressure pad, my mattress, so I brought that. Brought my pillow. So you gotta think about these things, right? So you just and with having advanced MS, thinking takes a lot. Hi, Dee Dee. It takes so much effort to think. It's like, let me just go there. I'll figure it out when I get there. Yeah, you can. You know what? I think because I was married to a pilot and I did so much traveling, and I've been all over the world, and well, uh, I've been to many countries and many places, and I've driven across the United States by myself. Let me think. Twice, actually, I did that twice, and I did it with other people 2 times also. So 4 times. Flying, traveling is nothing to me, because you know what? What is fear? Yeah, we can't be fearful of anything the news is telling us of any. We've got to detach from this stuff. I was telling my girlfriend, who said, you're just not in a really good mood. I said, well, All right. You've been to Memphis. I haven't. I've driven through Memphis, Tennessee, but no, I haven't stopped there, hung out, and did the tourist thing. I know a lot of people. No, that's Dollywood. But hi, Rose. Hi, Rose. Well, you know what, Susan, what I said to my girlfriend when she's showing me her childhood house, and she's a little disappointed because I'm not giving her the enthusiasm that she wants. And that is so many people, they want your reaction to be up and excitable and stuff. And and you don't have it in you to do anything but take a breath. And that's hard, right? So what I told my girlfriend, I said, when you want me to be excitable about your old home that you were raised in, uh, when you want to do that, I've got a compound fracture my leg, and I'm only thinking about my leg. It's hard to be enthusiastic when something is a symptom is so overwhelming. You're so fatigued. I cannot form a word, let alone smile and say, "This is great. It's a great house. It's great." You know, oh, it is. It's so to put it into words, she was wonderful because that gave her insight on how I felt. I'm dealing with something because guess what, MS people, we have a way of appearing self-centered and selfish when we're like, and I explain to people, I'm like a sick animal. When I don't feel right, I sequester myself so you don't have to be social. When I was in sales training, you never pick up a phone unless you're smiling. You never talk to anybody. So I don't run to the phone. And I, sometimes I go to the pool and at home. In fact, when I was going to the pool here, they've got a rule. The rule is that you swim from the only time you're allowed to swim is between 11 and 12, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So the very first day I went to swim, and there is a couple really chatty people. Excuse me, who are you? Oh, you're from Maryland. Tell us about Maryland. Oh my gosh! So I'm talking, we're chit chatting for a half an hour, and I start doing my laps, and I do eight laps before the lifeguard comes over, smiles and said, "You have to get out now." And I said, "Well, wait, I want to do 24 more laps." And she says, "Now that time's up." So the very next day, or the very next time on Wednesday, the chatty people are there, like, "Oh, Dulci, come talk to us." He said, "I'll talk to you after I'm doing my laps. I've got to do 40 laps." Um, but honestly, here's an example. The less we do, the less we feel like doing. So, walking, I haven't been walking or leaving the house and all. It is just about impossible. So, I've got to go do some lunges when I get home. I've got to do some stability exercises with a noodle in the pool. There's things I have to do to make the most of my body. Um, Susan is saying, she moved to Colorado, and since her daughter had twins, now they are building a house in Oklahoma, and she's supposed to figure out what I would want to take there and leave here. Huh. All right. So your daughter, I thought you moved to Colorado to be with your daughter, but now your daughter's building a house in Oklahoma. All right. I don't quite understand, but it's not that hard uh, to figure out. Oh, we will have both houses. You just double your household. You need, what do you need? What do you need? Yeah, that organization easy for me. It's like we have to pump ourselves up to do a simple task. And it's true when you have advanced. Hi, Aphrodite. Hi, Mom. My mom's here. Yay. I'm coming home today. Leaving at 1 and I'll be in at closer to 2 in the morning, which will be 10 o'clock my time. So but it's early. It is quarter to 9 right now, and it was everything I can do to get out of bed. Oh, I don't know why I'm so tired, but I did my caffeine drink, and you guys. But you're not moving, Susan. What you're doing is you're reproducing your house essential needs, what you need, and you're putting it in the other house so that when it's time to leave, so you can close it up and you've got toilet paper there, you've got a walker, you have a mister. We're in Oklahoma, by the way. Hi there, Kizzy. Hi, Kizzy. Welcome, Kizzy. Kizzy, have you been here before? Have you joined us before? Uh, Edmund. Okay, Edmund. That is where I think Edmund. That's pilot training is there. Uh, Basic pilot trainings in Edmund. I've been to Edmund. Air Force, right? A lot of Air Force. Edmund, and then there's Altus. Altus. Oh, okay, for sure. I have my other YouTube is Kizzy Girl. Well, I'm glad you're here. Cause I know with you got to keep changing things. All right. So, all right, Dulcie, you back? What do you mean? Am I back? It was there a problem, Dee? No, I'm not back. I'm back tonight, late tonight. Actually, Wednesday. Oh, dark early 30, right? Oh, dark early. So at 2 o'clock, I'll be back. 2 in the morning, which is only two. It's 11 o'clock actually this time, and I've been up till 1 o'clock, so I'm not worried. I'm not worried, and I get to do some more relaxing on the plane. Uh, it'll be 6.5 hours of travel with a layover. And get this, I'm traveling out of Palm Springs to Phoenix. I've got to change planes with my scooter. So I got to pull up my scooter from the belly of the plane. I've got to get to this other gate, which I'm not worried about it. So when people say, well, even my girlfriend says, "What are you gonna do when you get home?" I said, "Oh heck, I gotta pack. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna wear on the plane. I've gotta, it's like I can't think about tomorrow or the day after tomorrow when, I was thinking about this, right? Yeah. Hey, Mom, Gina says hi. Mumsy, Momsy. Yeah. Mutti, I call her Mutti. Yeah, that's because when we were little kids in Germany, living in Germany, American army brat, on the economy, all the little German kids called their mothers Mutti, so we called our mom Mutti. My brother doesn't, but I still call her Mutti because it's my Mutti. So, and that means mom in German. It means mama in German. Uh, anyway, so what else is going on? So we're talking about traveling, pre-planning disasters, which that's the problem. So we're living our lives and we're having a good time, and all of a sudden something bad happens, and you got somebody who loves you that says, "Why did you do that? Why did you do that?" And in a way, I mean, It's like, what? Why do people think that kind of question helps both, makes you feel better? It's like, just live 1 minute in somebody with MS's body, and ask yourself that question. How would you feel if you tripped over your foot drop, you fell, and not only did you injure yourself, but now your bladder's released, so you're laying. All right, and then somebody comes up and says, "Well, why did you do that? Why didn't you wear a diaper? Why didn't you?" And you're like, "Oh, why didn't you? Why don't you leave me alone?" Right. Why don't you? Oh yeah, I did this. So I did this to piss you off. This was intentional. It's like, you know what? I'm doing my best. Just do your best. Um, but anyway, so yeah. See, yeah, that we so many of us are so devout that we don't like to use. I see. Yeah. Okay. So, does anybody else have a visceral reaction? Is there something that drives you crazy about being? Yeah, here's something else that's driving me crazy is that these people who love me, that I feel like I'm independent, right? I feel like, all right, I might be disabled, but I work pretty well, or I work, right? I exist with this jalopy that's not running very efficiently, but I do a good job. So all of a sudden, you've got people walking around telling you that, oh, I'm your caregiver, or people love you, your caregiver. It's like, can I do so many things on my own? You know what? It's true. Ruth is saying you shouldn't ask questions you don't want an answer. You don't want to hear the answer to. It's true, but I'll tell you what. When you're laying there on the floor and you need help up, and you're not asking questions. You're not asking questions. So you got somebody standing over you telling you that you're a hot mess. Oh my gosh, now I got to clean you up. I got to get you up. And it's about them. All of a sudden, you falling down and having injury and the ambulance coming and all is about them. It should never be about them. It's not about them, because our disabilities is not a character trait. Our falling, our failing, our it's not character, right? And she says, as Sarah's saying, it drives her crazy when people think a place is accessible and it's really not. And it's true. Yeah, I go up to places, and they don't have, with either my walker. The worst is the walker, when they don't have a disability door opener, and all of a sudden you gotta pull up and open the door and put your foot in the right place, and every once in a while there'll be people in there in the store, and nobody will run to help you. Hi, Heidi. uh home girl. But anyway, so it's what's accessible. What is, these people want our money. These places we go to, you would think they'd make it friendly. So many restaurants don't have easy access, and do we bring a lawsuit to them? No, no. It is no. We don't do that. Uh, yeah, Christians don't sue. And we just don't, what, just don't spend your money there. Go someplace else. Keep calling, looking for handicap accessible place. Oh, can I get in your front door? with or and then they'll say no, but I'll open it for you. Oh, okay, because it's my dentist. Yeah, it's only a couple stairs. Yeah, come in. I'll help you up. Uh, it's like, but I'm dizzy. I don't want help up. I don't want to deal with the stairs. Or you go to a restaurant and they come to you and they say, "Oh, we're going to take your walk and we're going to put it over there up against the wall." You're like, "No, you're not." I mean, I've gotten so bold to say, "No, no, I have to have my walker with me." It's that think of that as my legs. I have to. If this place goes up in smoke and all, oh, we'll bring you your walker. And people sitting around the table say, oh, we'll carry you out. You know what? For my own control, I'll fold up the walker and I'll lean it against the table, but I have to have my walker. I have to uh, with me. And you know, it's not negotiable. Then you'll have people that know you and are supposed to love you, and they'll say to you, you know what? I'll take care of it. Come on, don't be a jerk, Dulcie. Let him take your walker. And it's like, and they're close to you, and they should know. They should know that you're worried. But they don't because they don't know what it's like to be disabled. They don't know what it's like to be so challenged. It's, everything. And I think everything that we have to overcome is a stressor that affects us later on that makes us sleep. Um, right? Just the fatigue is so great. Hi, Ken. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you here. And we're talking about traveling with disabilities and what disappointments or unfulfilled expectations. If you don't have expectations, uh, uh, you won't be disappointed. But if you are able to call in advance and pre-plan, uh, how is it we can get into the store? How is it? Do I have my pillow? Do Is there a way to get in and out? Is there a way to be cool? Is there a way to be warm, to warm up? Is there? Do I food? Do I carry around food with me? Uh, all right, Ken, how am I rocking today? Because I think I'm kind of loopy. I feel loopy. All right. Most things can be done. I just need more time to do them. And you know what? That's true, Sarah or Gina. It is true. It takes me so long to just let me get out. I don't know. I know. Dee Dee, you're getting baptized. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, I rejoice. I rejoice. Dee Dee's getting baptized on Sunday. That's wonderful. That is. Hi, Andrew. Yeah, yeah, and you know what? One of the things that in prayer, I it always comes to me is that I have to forgive the people who are loving me to death, right? And it's like the baby bird. All right, and that's what I tell them. I said, all right, there's the story of the baby bird. There's two baby birds in their shells, right? One is trying to get out of his shell, and he's struggling to get out, and he's pushing the eggshell out, and this little boy is just horrified at how hard it is, that little bird, to get out of the shell. But he achieves that. So the second shell starts breaking, and the little boy thinks, well, I'm going to peel off the shell so it's a little easier for this bird. So he cracks the shell and he helps the bird get out. And guess what happens? That bird dies. Why does that bird die? Because the bird, the struggling, the other one that was struggling to get out has built muscles and and now has the ability to use its body in ways that it needs to survive. The second one that he peeled the shell off was too weak to do that. So that's what I tell people. If you don't follow the process of me uh, um, learning learning how to be with my body, if you don't follow, if you don't allow that, then and you're prejudging what I need to do, uh, uh, no, I'm blowing. Then all of a sudden, uh, it takes a chunk out of your soul. It's like you're just trying to walk, and somebody's telling you to bend your knee. It's like back off, back off. But but that's my story. Let's see. Oh, it's top of the hour, isn't it? Does anybody give me a time check? Nobody's giving me a time check. Oh, it's top of the hour. Yay, we did it. We did it. We did it. Okay, so um next is going to be back in Bel Air, Maryland. I'll be recording on Thursday. Hopefully I will be rest. Thank you, Dee Dee, for the time check. All right, let us pray. Let me pray you out. All right, Heavenly Father, thank you for everybody who participated. Thank you for giving me the energy to show up. Bless Dee Dee. I rejoice that she's being baptized into your family, Lord. Gosh, make her an instrument of your peace and come alive in her and convict her of how beautiful the world is. Lord, I ask that you comfort everybody who's been here and you encourage us and support us and let us feed on each other, uh, just to carry out just something that can improve our lives. In Jesus' name I give thanks. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you his peace. God bless you, everybody, and let me see you on Thursday. Bye. All right, just a second. Facebook. All right.